What's up, world? It's your boy DJ47. Thanks for tuning in to our YouTube page. If you like what you see, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to us as we hit you with new videos every week. 1.
You are now listening to the sounds of KDPG Radio. Keep the party going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of DJ47, and during these times, I like to give back. So check this out. For the next 7 podcasts, I'm giving away $47. Every episode, 4 of our listeners will win $47. Get it? 4 simple steps. All you need to do is 1. Go to any streaming services that you have. 2. Download DJ47 Presents Blinders or log on to dj47.net to get the album. 3. Listen to the song of the day, which I will announce on each podcast. 4. Write down at least 4 lines, which is 2 bars of the song of the day to win. That's simple, right? DJ47, what is the song of the day? Alright, check this out. The next song is called Open Mind, featuring Dread Jefe. Good luck.
Got my mind opened up and my eyes open wide. I've been woke since 3 years old, standing on my own, staring out windows. Had to work for what it is and what it ain't. Water dripping, let it rain. Future visions, window pane. Single player to the game. Run the world to stay in shape. Shape my mind and meditate. We the only meds I take. Looking for a better way. In my way and you can spray. In the day like it's my last and leave my handprint on the glass, so they know that I was here. Up and my eyes open wide, got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm chasing after paper and it's gonna be a while. Got my mind opened up and my eyes open wide. Got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm headed out of town. It's gon' be a while. Tell them niggas don't bring me down, don't come around and don't make a sound. Don't cheer me on now, I'm popping now. I'm booty tank like water towel. You poorly made, won't put you on, won't cut a check with unchecked niggas. Don't show respect, no respect given. I'm self-made and self-driven, more complex type composition. Bring competition, get complicated, but as long as I get compensated, then everything stay copacetic. Headed out the door, hold up, almost ready. Let me grab my keys, let me grab the bag, let me grab the gas. Opened up and my eyes open wide. Got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm chasing after paper and it's gonna be a while. Got my mind opened up and my eyes open wide. Got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm headed out of town. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Got my mind opened up and my eyes open wide. Got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm chasing after paper and it's gonna be a while. Got my mind opened up and my eyes open wide. Got the blood in the air and my nose to the sky. I can smell these niggas hating from at least about a mile. And I'm headed out of town. Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your host, DJ47. And today, we got a special guest in the building. And let me tell you something, I've been trying to get him in this interview for weeks now. Listen, man, he got hits for days. I mean, this man came to the studio and dropped jewels every time he comes through. You know what I'm saying? And he did this record right here, what we just heard. It's called Open Mind. It's on the DJ47 Presents Blinders, out right now. And when he did that record, I had to change the whole concept of the album and make sure that was number 1. When you went to get the album, the first record you heard was that one, because that's how powerful that record is to me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dread Jefe into the building, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise.
What up?
What's going on, my dude?
Shit, just chilling, smoking on some herb.
Oh, what type of herb you smoking on? You know, they all got names now.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it's like some ice cream, something like that. That don't get me going though.
Yeah. Well, where you at right now?
I'm in Jacksonville.
Oh, you in Jacksonville? Shout out to Jacksonville in the building, man. Are they opened up, right? Then they ain't locked down no more, right?
Nah, I mean they got the beach open. They just opened up the malls and everything today, but I ain't going out there. I'ma wait.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Just because it's open don't mean it's safe. How you doing?
Sure is.
How you doing with this whole quarantine thing? How you been holding up?
I've been getting high every day, smoking on that. Yeah, I've been passing my time by, making a little bread here and there. Still been working on some new music too. Got a album I've been trying to release. I've been working on that. I've been working on other tracks outside of that. Yeah, I just been gotta keep grinding even when everything's shut down. Just gotta make do with what you got.
I feel you. I mean, part of the reason why I started this whole podcast is to interview everybody on the album, and I just want to play the record and let them hear your track off the album, but at the same time, I want to let them know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that one song that defines you. I mean, you got a whole album, you got a whole personality, you got everything, and I want them to be entertained by you and all like that. So I said, I got to get you on the phone. Either you come to the studio, whatever the case is, let's talk. Let's introduce the world to Dread Jefe. Let's let them know what you all about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Jacksonville, Duval, 904. I've been rapping since I was like 16 or whatever. I got into it with my brother. He started it, and then I just kind of got into it. But I always been kind of like slick with the words, even when I was growing up.
I can testify to that.
I always be like the one with the slick mouth, that's just how it was. I don't know, and then I just got good at listening to beats, I do like the little parody to songs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, I'm kind of good at this. And then I just started writing my own music after that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely deliver, man. Like I said, C Dev, he heard the 47 bars when you just went in, and he's like, yo, I wanted to be on it. He's like, yo, send me that record. And he tried, and you know what he told me? He's like, yo, I can't. He killed it. Like I can't even go on top. And he's an arrogant, son of a mother. You know what I'm saying? And he would never admit to anything. But when he did, I was like, yeah, I know. You dropped jewels, man, and I respect you on that.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I was So tell me, who's your biggest influence in the game?
Well, it's always been Lil Wayne, really. I don't know. I feel like he one of the top artists, and he brought in a lot of artists, so he obviously know what he's doing. And then his wordplay is just so crazy, and I'm pretty sure everybody want to be a part of Wayne's style at some point in time. But I mean, when you got a word flow so crazy like that, and you've been in the game so long, and you're still on top. And there's a lot of other people that influence me that's still on top and everything. But I just feel like he's overcome a lot to the point to where he's at, to where everything falling apart to keep going and everything like that. Yeah, that just kind of motivates me to keep going. And then, they say, if you want to be the best, you got to take out the best. So
that was a question I was going to ask you. That was a question I was going to ask you. Whether you respect Lil Wayne, are you going for his crown?
You said what?
I said, you respect Lil Wayne, or are you going for his crown? You know, you got in order to beat the man, you got to
Nah,
beat the man.
I ain't going for it. I respect him. You know, I ain't going for the crown. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, of course, I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be the best me I could be. And I mean, but you know, you can't really like take out the people that did it before you because they the ones that got you to the point to where you could do it yourself too. You know, it's all like stepping stones.
Yeah, I feel you. So that kind of leads into my next question. Like, you know, artists is like, who would you want to work with in this game, man? Give me five. If you can't, give me at least three. How many the artists you would want to work with?
I would like to do like J. Cole. I like to do a track with J. Cole. Uh, I like to do a track with like Big Sean. Um, Migos. I can do a track. I can see me on a track with Migos. Um, let's see. Who else? I want to see a female. Maybe me and like Megan Thee Stallion or Mulatto. I can see me. Ooh, or Tokyo Jets. I can see that happening. Um, what's that? Four? I think I got one more. Um, who else? Let me see. I don't know. I can't really think of a fifth person right now. Did
That's
I say Wayne?
no, you didn't say Wayne.
I ain't even say. All right. Well, yeah, Wayne.
I guess because you were just talking about you. It's already you thought you know he's in your head. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like J Cole, I believe was like
Yeah,
the first one you mentioned and all like that, man.
yeah.
So let's get into your album, yo. You have a due date. You know when the release date would be.
Nah, I'm still in the preparation stage, so I'm still getting. I'm trying to put together something special, you know, for like fans. So I'm still in kind of like the the uh the creative stage of how the album's gonna look and everything like that. I've been waiting on the final pieces for over a week. I had sent some stuff to a guy to check out, and I've been waiting on that stuff. So as soon as that comes in, then I'll be ready to rock and roll to the next phase, and then keep pushing, and then come out with a release date.
So you already have all your tracks laid out, or you still like fishing for more?
Yeah, nah, I already got all the tracks laid out.
All right. And let me tell you something. One thing I respect on you was like you remind me of Kanye West in a way where he ain't waiting for nobody. You know, no one to tell him anything. Like I'm here. I took my time on the album and got to the point where I'm like, let me just drop the album, get it out there, so I can start promoting everybody and promoting the album. Maybe we can do a little mini tour or whatever the case is. And
Yeah,
it was hard to get the right engineers to do what they got to do and all. And and then you got Dread Jefe. He was like, "Yo, give me the mix, man. I got an engineer. I'm gonna mix down my record and I'm gonna do what I do." Like he's the only one who stepped up and said, "Yo, I'm gonna get
yeah,
things done," and he did.
oh
And then,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, and then when I put out the album, he's like, "Yo, man, I had this shit mixed. I'm gonna send it through." And then he sent it through, and I made sure it was put on there. And that's one of my favorite records on there. And I'm on the album, and I still rate that as one of the favorites. That's why it had to be the first thing people heard. Because not only being
Yeah,
biased and loving the beat, how it came in and everything, it's just your delivery on it. And it was like you slowly brought it up. You did the hook, and then you hammered it on the second verse. Your first verse was different from the second. It reminded me of Nas One Mic when he's rapping slow and then he
I
builds
think
it up.
that was the first song I did with you too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's
So
up.
I had to go all in out. You know, I had to make a good first impression. I had to, you
And, and
know.
and and ladies and gentlemen, I don't want anyone to think that he didn't come out here and spit hot fire on a lot of records. He got a lot of records that I ain't even released yet. Some is going he put on
Yeah,
his out. It's just way I create, it's like I feel like this is the direction the album should go, and at the end I didn't realize how it is. I just let it ride. But there's still other records that I have of yours, like either you put it on your album or we're gonna put it on the next album or whatever the case is. But you still got bangers. It was just the part of making that record flow. Like I changed the concept of that record like 3 or 4 times. It's crazy. Like even the intro changed 3 or 4 times. It was supposed to be like a DJ record where I'm in the club and I'm DJing, and every record is a mix that I'm mixing and I'm scratching it in, and that changed.
Yeah.
It kept changing and like that because everyone kept coming with different vibes of music, and I was like, let me try this and that. And it got to the point where it was like we're going through this quarantine thing. I'm like, let me just put something out for the people to vibe to, and I'm just like, I just closed my eyes and hit send and said, go with it. If anything,
Yeah.
the next one, all it is to make the next one better and keep going and going and going. But I wanted to push you guys out there because you guys are some very talented artists out there. And if I can give you that little push to help you guys get to the next step, I'll definitely do that. And you're someone that I know that every time I hit you up or you hit me up, you're in a different city. Like you perform in one place to the other. Can you let them know the places, the cities that you performed at, and the events that you performed at?
Yeah. Wait, what did you say again?
I want you to let the people know the different cities that you performed at and the name of the events that you've been at.
Yeah, I did a couple festivals out in Atlanta. I did, what was it called? The Smoke Fest out there. I don't really remember. I think I did a Lit Festival out there.
Where was that in Atlanta?
Yeah, that was in Atlanta.
I know you did like a trap festival. I think it was like
Trap Festival, not Smoke Festival.
Yeah, wasn't it this time last year? Wasn't it last May? I believe it was last year.
You said what?
I believe it was last year. Wasn't it last May you did that?
Yeah, that was last year. I said Smoke Festival, but yeah, it was Trap Festival. That's the one I did.
Yeah.
That was Atlanta. I did Lit Festival. That was Atlanta too. A lot of them was in Atlanta. I did A3C. That was out in Atlanta too. I did a couple shows out in Chicago. I did a show in Tennessee. I did a lot of shows out in Miami too. Miami was a lot of strip clubs. I performed at a lot of strip clubs out in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at DC. DC has a nice crowd. Yeah, I love their crowd. Their crowd gets you real hype when you perform too. Shout out to DC.
Which strip clubs you performed out here in Miami?
You said what?
Which strip clubs did you perform at in Miami?
Which ones? The Office. I had performed at the Office one time. I can't even really think of the names.
Well, right now, I'm gonna let you get
Club One. It's this one spot called One. I had performed out there before. Yeah, there's a couple other spots I can't really think of the names right now.
Well, Dread, we got a couple of records on here that's yours. Like, man, let's get into some music. I want to play a joint from you, and I want you to introduce the joint. I want you to tell us about this record that I'm about to play. So let the world know whatever record you want me to play, and tell us a story about that record.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play that Open Mind for y'all. This the song, the intro.
No, I already played that record. That was the introduction. I already played that.
Oh, you already played that one?
Yeah, I already played it. So let's get. We got 3 more records over here. I got from you. So tell us a story about another one.
Let's go ahead and rock into that Uno then.
All right.
That's just a track. I just kind of just rip. I don't know. I was just feeling this one day, feeling the beat. Shout out to Jester. He's out in Atlanta too. He made the beat for me. Yeah, it's not really just too much to it. It's just something, I like to just get a little faded sometimes and, write music. So that's just what this is.
All right. Well, you heard it from him. Dread Jefe. This track right here is called Uno.
still awake. The lights in the crib, they still low. Don't think that they going to sleep. Might as well run in they hole. Money to get on the block. So I'm round the block, round the clock. And nigga, I see that you not. Your bitch bust it down like a thought. I move around, I go city to city. I hold it down for the city that's with me. I roll the left, smoke it down in the jiffy. Break down the pound and we move this shit quickly. This is the business, you cannot fuck with it. Mix it all up while we cooking the chicken. I move the parts like the engine, the pistons. I spin the check, get it back in a minute. TNG, yeah, that's the way that we live it. And you already know that money's the mission. And if I ain't got it, I fidget. I feel like I'm missing these 10s, these 20s, these 50s. Count it all up and then throw it. Tap on the bottle, then pour it. Put in my ballot, I voted for me to be me. Balance the cheat, this battery can't be corroded. Why with the pistol is loaded? I got the curry on me like I'm goated. I went to Murray to see if she fought with the homies. Cause these bitches can't trust these hoes for nothing. And these niggas, I bust them open like gushers. Husband your wig, sit down your kids. Tell them they daddy ain't coming again. They take your bitch to the room, bust it in. I'm over the moon and I'm way past the edge. I go over your head and I cut off your legs. And I leave you for dead and we mourn you for days. Buzz out the wine and the shit a good name. Let's celebrate for the check that he ain't. Cause I'm standing on top and not ready to stop. I keep on going like I got a spare in the trunk. But the only thing back to the top of the base when I'm spitting that funk. Yeah, I get deep in this shit. Had no teacher in this. Had to walk by myself. Now I'm running this shit. Got a gun to the head every talking he get. I'm a pioneer just getting started in here. I came out of the cave with the fire for man. God is the only thing higher than man. I give thanks to the earth for real. I know that is her for real. Cause she hold it down for a nigga for real. Still I don't tell these birds how I feel. Cause birds love the chirp for real. That's how a nigga get set up for real. Cause they gon' tell us when and where. I'm gon' pull up strapped in a mask. Then I'm gon' pull off back full of cash. Everything fall into place. Walk with the Lord on my side and the gun on my waist. People can't handle the weight. The pressure that comes with the hate. The message that tell us you fake. The reason you ain't a reason to tell you to shoot. Not reasonably telling the truth. Cause Heffa came in with a group. And all of my niggas got juice. All of us ready to buzz a move. I blew a pie like a balloon. You could catch me out riding on 103rd. I give thanks to the Lord and I spread the word. Keep me safe just trying to live another day. I can't speak for the ones who get in the way. When you chasing those hundreds, I'm on the way. Gotta move with the swiftness and underlay. Hey, hey. Yeah.
Damn, that was a big tune. And and ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I even heard that record, and I'm hating that I didn't get this record sooner, yo. I could have been bumming the record in the club from before. When did you record that record?
When I did that in like February, I want to say. No. I did that back in November, I think. Yeah, I did that back in November.
Oh man! And now I finally get it. I'm hating a little bit right now.
I've been trying to like figure out some other stuff too. You feel me? My fault.
Nah, straight. Well, with Dread, this is the part of the show that I tell the artist. I tell the guest to tell me and everybody who's listening to you on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, DJ47.net, KDPGradio.com, everywhere I'm streaming this. Tell us a story.
What type of story?
Tell us, I mean, a funny story, a horrible story, something's going to make us laugh, cry. I mean, if you ain't got a good one, lie to us. Just tell us something.
I can tell y'all a story.
Yeah, entertain us right now.
Alright, this is a story about how I got lost at the club, and I ended up having to walk like 2 miles just to get back home. Well, not 2 miles. Well, anyway, I'll tell the story.
Yeah. Don't give us the ending. Tell us the story, man. So what is this? Is this a funny story? We gonna laugh or what? We gonna be mad? What are we gonna be?
I don't know. It's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Like sometimes I just be in some crazy circumstances, and I just be like, damn, how the fuck this shit happened? But anyway, so I was at the club with some people, right?
Well, paint us the Dread. Paint us the picture. What city are we in?
This was Gainesville, Florida.
Gainesville, all right.
Places.
And when was this? Summertime, fall? I'm trying to paint a picture.
This was probably like I want to say maybe like fall time, you know.
All right. Now, my bad for interrupting. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right, so I had went to the club with some people, right? So we in the club, we drinking and everything, and I'm still underage. This probably when I was like 19 or 20, and I had a fake ID, so I was in the club drinking, and I was with some other people. So, like, I don't know how, but eventually, like, we all kind of get separated, and then my phone ends up dying, so I remember, like, we had pregame before we went out, so I was kind of already a little tipsy when we got there. So I didn't remember where we parked at. So I'm trying to, like, walk around the street, like, remember, like, street signs and what looks familiar and shit. And so, like, 30 minutes go by, and I'm like, damn, I don't know where, like, we parked at. So I'm like, fuck, my phone dead. I don't know nobody number by heart. So I guess, like, I know how to, like, kind of get back home. It's just one long-ass street. So I get to walking, and then, like, I'm just walking, and, like, maybe, like, 20 minutes pass by. So, like, there's no cars in sight. Everybody gone. It's probably, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm still walking. I'm like, damn, I can't walk no more. So I'm like, maybe somebody pick me up. So I put my thumb out. I'm like, yeah, let me try to catch a ride. I ain't never did this shit before. I was like, damn, somebody might try to kill my ass or some shit. So I put my thumb out, and there was like something crazy ass. I was kind of bullshitting with it at first. I was like, man, I ain't really finna do it, but I did it anyway. So then, like, some pickup truck like pulled over, like the windows was all tinted out black, like it was like some rusted out pickup truck. That shit was like shady as hell, and it just kind of like stopped. It never rolled the windows down or anything, and I was like, oh shit, what did I do? So I'm like, damn. So I just keep walking. I'm like, man, I ain't even finna fuck with that shit. I feel just like I ain't even finna like worry about that. I just kept walking. So then I keep going. Like it's like another like 20 minutes. So I tried again. I'm like, man, let me see. So then I put my thumb out. And that dude, like, he pulled over. He was like, hey, bro, you need a ride. Like, I could tell the dude was cool. It looked like he had just came from the club, too, or somewhere, you know. So he kind of cool. So I was like, hell yeah, bro. He ended up giving me a ride. We stopped at McDonald's and shit. Like, yeah. But it was like 4 o'clock in the morning by the time I got back home.
And what time did you leave the club?
I left the club at probably like 2.
So about 2 hours to get home? Damn.
Yeah. And from driving, if you would drive, it's probably like a 20-minute drive, a 30-minute ride.
Damn. So what ended up happening with the black truck with the tints? What happened with that car?
I don't know. I don't want to know. That shit was shady as hell.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that story, man. You know, let's get into our next record, man. Which record you want to hear right now?
Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and rock that Fantasy. This is a track. This is one of your beats actually, and I just kind of like once I heard the beat, I just kind of envisioned like a female, you know, and like how like you like to talk to them and kind of like what they envision, like a fantasy for some types of females, not all, maybe some, you know, ones that like to dance or whatnot. But yeah, and I just tried to like envision that and get like what they like and everything, and then hopefully something that I can listen to when I'm in the club. We can rock that Fantasy though.
All right, you heard it first from Dread Jefe. This track right here is called Fantasy. Let's go.
Yeah, she likes expensive things and jewelry, fancy cars that can drive fast. She goes on shopping sprees, afternoon dreams, laying on the beach with her homegirls. Yeah, she a classy broad, but deep down she a freak, and you would never know unless you all her. Since she had a heart broke, she don't love no more. Now she a fan laying on the beach with her homegirls. Yeah, she a classy bro, but deep down she a freak. And you would never know unless you hold her. So she had a heart, bro. She don't love no more. Now she a fantasy, sliding down the strip. If you want season more, if she like them fine things.
Yeah. That's that fantasy from Dread Jefe. Doing big things right now. And you know what it is? That beat was definitely from yours truly, DJ 47. Check it out. Oh, yo, Dread.
Yo,
You know what an AK-47 sounds like?
what?
It's another exclusive, only from DJ 47.
I gotta do it, you know. That was exclusive right there, you know. Big up to Dread Jefe on that record right there. That was a big tune right there.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Let's get into something different, you know. Anything?
Yeah, I mean, I try to mix it up. You know, you don't want everybody sound the same. You can turn on Apple Music or Spotify, whatever, and play the little playlist. And a lot of the music just sound the same now. So I try to switch it up a little bit.
I definitely agree on that. What else are you doing? You watching any shows? Any TV? Like, have you caught the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan on the Bulls?
Nah, I ain't even watched that for real. I've been trying to get this bread so much lately. I just been out, but nah, I haven't really gotten into no shows or nothing like that. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty though.
Oh, you on your game? What are you playing on?
Yeah,
PlayStation 4? Is it Xbox? What are you playing on?
Nah, I'm on that PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's what's up.
Anybody want to add me? Go to Top Shotter. That's me. You feel me? Get your ass smoked on that shit.
and I know I'm not the best speller in the world, even though I know how to spell it. But spell it for people who's just not as good a spellers as myself. So in case they don't know how to spell shatas and all.
It's TOPSHOTTA. Top Shotter.
There you go. On the PlayStation 4, he said he's out there Call of Duty. And he said he'll take any of y'all out. He said he ain't no joke. He ain't playing around with nobody.
We could be on the same team. You know, we can run it. We can get a couple wins too.
There you go. You know, you ever tried that VR thing that they have and all? Oh, you play that?
Yeah.
You tried it at the house?
Yeah.
You tried it at the studio, right?
Yeah, we played it out there. We was on that little
beat
beat
something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I couldn't figure that game out and all. I seen this.
That shit fun as hell.
My little nephew freaked out and he was just killing it. I still don't get the concept of the game and all, but he was doing it.
Yeah, that shit, you definitely pass time with that.
Yeah, one time I tried it out and I took off the VR. It was daytime. I was like, damn, I got lost. I said I had to return. I had to return it. It was distracting me from the studio. I had to return it.
Definitely. Yeah, when I be playing the game, when I play this PlayStation 4, I'll be like, damn, all right, I'm spending a little too much time on this game. I got to get off and go see what the world looks like again.
That's what I'm saying, man. So let me ask you something. You know, when this is done with the whole quarantine, the coronavirus, hopefully sooner than later, you know, what's next for Dread Jefe in the music world? Like, where we going? Where we taking it to the next level?
Yeah, so definitely we trying to get to the next level. So it's gonna be this album, promotion for this album, and there's gonna be a lot of new shows coming up. You know, I'm probably gonna go out to Atlanta again because Atlanta always got shows. DC, I might go out to DC. I went out to Houston. I love Houston too. Houston's very pro music, pro black. I like all that. So I might go out there. Texas, I love Texas. I haven't been out to California yet. I want to make my way out there. But I guess for right now, we just gonna keep it in Atlanta, keep it in the South, you know.
Yeah. Well, my thing was I was always planning on taking you guys out on a little tour from city to city, like even if it's just these open mic things, and then rock them all out, and just keep promoting it like that every week, like be Miami every Monday and shit, be in Orlando every Tuesday, be in Jacksonville every Wednesday, and until they know who the hell you are, and they sing along to the records, then you move on to Atlanta, and you start hitting up Atlanta and then Georgia, and then move off to North Carolinas, the Carolinas, and all, and keep moving forward, and then take it over to the mid south and all that, and keep going. Like, that's my concept with the whole thing. So that's why I was like, let
Yeah,
me just put this album out now. Let me do as much promotion and marketing. I started this podcast just cause of that, so I can interview all y'all, and I want everyone to get to know you and keep the flavor going. So when it's time to go, we put the battery pack on the back, and we just go. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah. Oh, no, you already know. I'm definitely down with
yeah,
that, man. I love going on tour. Yeah,
and what I want to tell you too, I mean, the bucks don't stop there. I mean, when you ready, you hit me up, and we gonna promote your album and all like that. It's not, oh, I got you on my record, and I see you when I see you on the next record and all like that. Yo, you got your album coming out. I'm here to promote that shit, and everyone else should be out there promoting it. Because the funny thing about it was,
for
that
sure.
was my whole concept, was to build this album, see who's the one who's the hottest one on the album, and the one who's ready, and then start building their album, and then start pushing
For
that.
sure.
I wanted to do like that whole Wu-Tang thing. It's like, okay, who's next? And you're Meth Man right now because you first up next. And they got the album ready to go. Then we move on to the
Yeah,
next one, and the next one, and everyone just collaborate with everybody, and just keep building and all. And I see a future. I
definitely.
see you got plenty of talent. I see you going a long journey, and you're doing the right things. You're
Appreciate that.
traveling and introducing yourself. I mean, do you have anything that you present to people, like any like flyer or shirts, anything to give to them or to sell to them, so after they see you perform, they walk away with something to remind them of you?
I had some shirts. I was giving out some a little bit of merchandise, some T-shirts at one point. But that's what I probably won't perform again until I drop this album, which is gonna be soon. So I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be missing a whole bunch. But yeah, the whole purpose of dropping this album is being able to perform these songs. So I'm also gonna have merchandise that goes along with these up and coming performances. I'm getting like actual physical copies of CDs made. I'm gonna have some more shirts. I'm probably gonna have some more merchandise, stickers. Yeah, and I'm gonna do as
Yo,
much as
come,
I
yo,
can.
Dread, come talk to me when you're ready to do the marketing, man. I got you, man.
Oh, that's a bet.
Yeah, and here's a little tip. Give them the flyer. Give them a flyer of the album cover. Make them earn the shirts, and make them pay for those shirts. Give them the
For
flyer.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You perform, and just your flyer is your contact information. Just give them that, man. Make them earn them shirts, man. Make them buy them shirts, man. Don't give away anything for free unless it's the flyer. Because
Yeah.
know your worth is basically what I'm saying. Your music is worth something, and you shouldn't give it away for free. Don't give
All
anything
right,
away.
yeah, nah, I can't give away too much for free. I gave away some shirts for free. That was like when I first got them made, and I just wanted to get it out there, so at least people would be rocking the shirts because I thought they were pretty dope. So ain't nobody gonna turn down a free shirt
Yeah,
if you got
exactly.
a
You know what I'm
shirt.
saying? But I
Yeah.
and I also believe they wouldn't mind paying for it either. I mean, speaking of,
Probably, they wouldn't mind paying for it. If they really down for it, people will pay for it. Some people just cheat like that, but I mean, I just feel like if you really want them to just
well,
like,
well, at the end of the
huh?
day, when you get to that next level and you're performing on stage, I mean, who do you want on stage? Do you want the cheap folks, or you want the one who's going to spend the money to buy that ticket to go see you? You also have to look at that concept, man. If they're not gonna buy, someone else is gonna buy. You just gave someone something for free, and what happens? This is something I try to tell everybody: when you give something away for free, that's exactly what it is. It has no worth to it. Even if you sold it
But
for $1, you gave it some worth.
I
And
mean, yeah, but it all depends because now with me just giving it away, I could have gave it away for. I'm pretty sure people would have paid $1 for it. But then now I gotta rely on somebody that say, yeah, I had $1 or no, I don't have $1. When I'm just going ahead and I'm gonna just give it to you this one time. The first one always free. So I'm gonna give it to you this one time, and you gonna rock it around, and people gonna see it and be like, "Damn, that's dope," and they gonna see the brand, and then the brand is gonna gain buzz themselves just because you rocking a shirt that you got for free, and I didn't have to worry about you declining the shirt. So
well, I mean,
you know,
I do agree in a certain sense that it is free promotion. Quick story about that is you know 5K, right? You know the girl that came to the studio you met over here.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's a DJ called DJ Stevie J, right? I know him. I grew up with him. I know him from the block and everything. And he skyrocketed. He started DJing at Club Live in Miami in Fontainebleau, and he ended up getting signed to Young Money with Lil Wayne and everything. And he's doing his thing, and you know what? I applaud him for everything he's doing, right? And
yeah,
but the funny thing about that story is going back to the T-shirts is the one thing that I can remember that of him is not none of those accolades that he just accomplished, but the fact that years ago, 5K walked into the barbershop with a white long shirt and in big letters, and it said, "Who is Stevie J?" That was her, just wearing his shirt, thinking nothing
yeah,
of it. And it is right. I do agree with you in that sense, to the sense that that's the thing that stands out to me with Stevie J is that moment when she walked into the barbershop and wore that shirt. Not, I couldn't tell you if he's a good DJ or not because I never really heard him mix. I mean, he got to be good if he's DJing at Fontainebleau at Club Live. He got to be good
yeah,
if he got signed to Young Money, but I can't tell you personally because I never heard any of his mixes. All I could do is remember that shirt that someone else, which I'm sure she probably didn't even get paid for. She would just threw on the shirt and went to the barber shop to take her kids to get a cut. So yeah,
yeah,
the promotion is great, but I still believe, you know, getting paid for something shows it takes it to another level. It introduces people that okay, you know your work. Like if you go to a record label, even though you don't need record labels anymore, you can do it yourself. But even if you go to the two things they're gonna ask you, and I know this because I've been to Def Jam, I've been to I believe it's Virgin Records, who actually wanted to buy one of my songs and all. I didn't know at the time
mm,
you could have sold the song. I wanted to get signed. I didn't know you can just get rid of a song. But anyway, and they always ask you two questions. What is your fan base like, and how many records have you sold? You ever seen the show Shark Tank?
yeah,
It's just like that. It's like you can sell them a beautiful dream and have the greatest idea in the world. At the end of the day, they're gonna ask you, "What are your sales looking like?" And if it dumps on it, they're like, "Well, I haven't sold anything yet." They're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" They get less interested. No record label wants to make anyone anymore like that. You gotta be like, I sold X amount of shirts, X amount of streams, and yada yada yada, and you become important, and it's true.
I
That's the
feel
main.
you.
That's the main. Go ahead.
You're right. I mean, I definitely love to make money. I mean, this was just for the starter up.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm
then
talking. I'm talking future. I'm not
oh
downplaying
yeah,
anything
yeah.
because I gave away a couple of free shirts myself. Don't get it twisted. I gave out free CDs. I trust me. I'm not downplaying
At
you at
some
all.
at some at some point in time, you gonna end up giving out songs for
Yeah,
free,
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
just for the hell of it.
But
It
I
all depends. It all depends on what you are willing to actually give out for free, and what you feel like people deserve to get for free.
what I
Yeah, but
go ahead.
huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, just I feel like people, and I felt like just 'cause it was Atlanta, like it was about to be the summertime, and they was white T-shirts with my logo on them, so I just felt like, with maybe school finna be out or whatever, people just going, people usually wear white shirts in the summertime anyway, so it was for what was the other? I think it was think it was Memorial Day last year, maybe. Yeah, and it was for an event out in Atlanta, Heat in the Streets, and I gave out. It was a great performance too. Like the crowd was feeling me. People, was passing by. They was coming, stopping, and seeing what was going on during my performance and everything. It was a great place. So I just felt like, I went there with intentions to sell the shirts, but then I just felt the vibe was so good that I just wanted to give them away.
Well, see, that's where basically I come in, and this is why I want to do the whole tour thing with everybody else. I know what it's like to be an artist that just wants people to hear me and just be a part of what my creation is. And I also know what it's like to be the businessman of it, right? So if I take you guys on tour, you guys don't have to worry and stress yourself about being the businessman and just wanting to get things out. My job is to make sure we make sales. My job is to make sure we make enough money for gas money for the next town over and all like that, to make sure you guys got food in your pocket, and make sure you guys have food to go eat and all. So my grind is different than your grind. Your grind is so you want people to hear your music. My grind is to make sure you guys eat. So that's why I believe agents and managers are very important, because everyone plays their role. You don't have to be the bad guy and say, "Nah, I can't sell you this. You got, I can't. I want to give it to you for free because I feel bad asking you for money." But my job is, nah, you gonna pay for this.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that, because it is a lot of stress when you gotta play multiple roles.
And exactly, and that
worry about.
And that's the reason why I started all this. That's the reason why I built the studio. I know what it's like to be an artist, and your mind is filling up of having to pay for studio time, having to get it mixed, having to get it mastered, how to promote it. All this thing goes in your head, and it takes away from your your creativity. And I don't want you to, and I don't want you or any artist to lose that creativity. I'm like, I'll put the burden on me and be creative and do your thing. And that's why I tell you, come to the studio and just record. Yo, how much time I got? Record until you get it right. And that's the mentality that I have when it comes to this, and that's why I appreciate you coming in and delivering. I mean, this guy will come out of town.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. He'll drive out of town and just come here and record in the studio. I mean, funny story. I remember I did a show up north and like Broward County type of thing, right? And the show was from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And he came through and he showed love, and he did his little 1-2 thing on the mic out there. And then what happened was I had to do another show early in the morning in Wynwood from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And he's like, "Yo, I got in town, man. Can we go rock in the studio?" And I'm like, "Man." And he tested me because I'm a guy who's like never going to say no. I mean, KDPG, never sleep, And he was testing me. And I'm like, I can't be the one to say no. And I try to talk him out of it, like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna do the show. If you want, you give me a break, and then we'll rock all day, all week, and all." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm on point. I want to get this." And he was testing me. So I was like, you know what? Ain't no way you're gonna test me when it comes to sleep. Let's go. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who got to the studio first?
You?
Yeah, me. So I'm like, yo, he trying to get it in, and I don't know where he at. I'm over here. I got the studio up and ready to go. Well, he got lost again, huh? Got lost again.
I was smoking and I got lost.
You must be smoking that good, because you keep getting lost, man.
Nothing but the finest. I got lost. I was like, I know where I'm going. I'm gonna get there, and then I was like, damn, I'm forever. And then you called, and I was like, yeah, I'm already here.
Yeah. And we're gonna get into this next record, but real quick, I want to tell you this real quick story, because you were talking about the shirts and all. It's funny. I don't know if you ever heard of Mr. Cheeks, Lost Boys, and all that.
Yeah.
But I rock with them, and they were putting out their 10th year anniversary of the Lost Boys' first album, and we were doing a show out here. And this is again with the shirts and the promotion and all like that. And what I should have told you, that if you're gonna give something away for free, like kind of make them earn it, right? So everyone's like, oh, they want to go to the show. They want to go to the show. They want, because everyone's going to be out there. It was a lot of talents, well-known artists that was going to perform that night, and everybody wanted to go. So what I thought was, I went and I pressed up the Lost Boys 10-year anniversary shirt, right? And then when I got to the door lady that was, on what she asked me what my guest list. I said, my guest list is people who's wearing this shirt. That's the only how they're gonna get it for free. I don't care if the man comes in with his girlfriend doesn't have the shirt, and the girlfriend pays.
For real.
Yeah, and because that was the point. That was like, oh, you guys want to come to the show? The only how you can come to the show if you're promoting. Now, if you think you're gonna show up and call me to come downstairs to get you ain't wearing the shirt, I don't got no love for you because you can't show us love, but you want us to show you love by getting you in for free. I'm sure you're gonna want to drink the bottle that we got and such and such. And the thing about it, everybody came and they showed love. There was like 15, 20 of us wearing the shirt. And then everybody would just and everybody looked. And then I was so like, wow, how we took a present. And Cheeks wasn't the only other main artist that was out there. I mean, I can't remember everyone. I know Ed Lover. I mean, Special Ed. He's an old school 80s rap. I mean, there was a couple of well-known artists there, but we stood out. We stood out to the point that I took off my shirt and I threw it to the crowd. I didn't know I'm on South Beach, but fucking with no shirt on and shit like that. But I wanted to throw it out. I wanted someone to have that shirt because it made a statement. Like, because there was like 20 of us on stage with that shirt on, and that's the way you got to do it. It's like, if I'm gonna give you this shirt, I mean, if you want something from me, this is what you got to do for me. And it's cross promotion at the end of the day. You can't go wrong with cross promotion. And that's why I do this. And right now, by saying that, I want to lead into the next record. Can you bring us to the next record?
Yeah. So the next record we're gonna do that Boom Bday. I really like this. One of my top tracks. I actually like. I was away. I think I was out in Utah when I came up with this song.
Utah.
Don't ask me what
I told you, man. This man be traveling.
Don't ask me what I was doing out there, but I was out there on the West Coast, out in Utah, Salt Lake City, and there's a lot of Mormons out there too. But and then I came up with this track, and then as soon as I got back to the East Coast, I had dropped this. But this that track Boom Bday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. Dread Jefe. It's called Boom Bday. Let's go.
Nigga. Yeah. Dread Jefe. I'm for the north, I'm for the south, I'm for the east coast. I put a gun in your mouth, ball on the court, hitting these free throws. I get to the moolah, ayy. I do the shit all day. High the tiger, they gon' call me Jefe Boom Bday. I smoke on the herb, sip on the hen, bitch, get out my face. I live on the moon, bitch, I'm a Martian. Proceed with caution. I walk like Michael, I jump like Jordan, up like Folgers, iced out frozen. Big pimpin' living, I'm money driven, hungry for it. The plan is being coordinated by the most holy. I just sit back and enjoy it, bitch, I'm going places. All these connections got me taking off to the races. They try to tell me pump my brakes just to be patient. Fuck out my face while I beat you and everyone you came with. Hey, you forgotten where I'm from? I'm a north side, south side, east side nigga. Gave them boys a head start. Now it's time to go and get them. I'm for the north, I'm for the south, I'm for the east coast. I put a gun in your mouth, ball on the court, hitting these free throws. I get to the moolah, ayy. I do the shit all day. High the tiger, they gon' call me Jefe Boom Bday. I run up a check, got a gun to protect me and all my blessings. I shoot at my discretion. I got the plug electric. I turn it on connection. I do it all ambidextrous. The chopper shells be the messiest. The dots never be connecting me. I blend in like a sesame. Sitting on the bread, she sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the moon and I ain't leave too much room for you. Bought too hard, I overhoop. Too much on the line to lose. Shoot, don't think it's me or you. And it will never be me, nigga, nah. I'm for the north, I'm for the south, I'm for the east coast. I put a gun in your mouth, ball on the court, hitting these free throws. I get to the moolah, ayy. I do the shit all day. High the tiger, they gon' call me Jefe Boom Bday. I'm for the north, I'm for the south, I'm for the east coast. I put a gun in your mouth, ball on the court, hitting these free throws. I get to the moolah, ayy. I do the shit all day. High the tiger, they gon' call me Jefe Boom Bday. North, south, I gun in your mouth, court. Shit all day.
Jefe boom Bday. Jefe boom Bday. Jefe boom Bday.
That's what's up. That's a big tune right there, man. You got a title for the album yet?
I think I might go self-titled with this one.
Okay. And I mean, roughly, you have any ideas of months? Are you looking for the fall, summer? Releasing the album. I just want people who's listening in just to get an idea when to expect. I mean, they can always check you out on DJ 47% Blinders out right now on all streaming platforms everywhere. But besides that, he got his own album coming out, and we're looking forward to hearing it. I am. I got excited by the tracks we played. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's coming out soon, like real soon. Like summertime, I'm not gonna let it go past the summertime. It'll be before the wintertime. So you can expect it within the next 3 or 4 months.
All right, so
that's too long. 3 months.
Yeah, it's a long time to wait. So while they're waiting, how can they get in contact with you? How can they find you? How can they be in touch with you? Let them know.
You can always catch me on IG, Dread Jefe, DreadJefe, Dread Jefe on IG. You can always follow me on the Snap. I be posting on there. That's Dread Jefe too. I don't really be on Twitter. Facebook is pretty much the same thing for everything. Dread Jefe, everything.
There you go. And you could also find them on DJ 47% Blinders out everywhere and all platinum street.
You already know.
Yo, Dread, before we go and get out of here and let you keep doing your thing, can you enlighten us in one more story?
Another story?
It's story time, man. Story time.
Story time. All right. I can tell a story. This is a story from when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So
dang, he went back in the days.
Yeah. So I was like 4 or 5 or whatever, and then I got an older brother, and we had a homie. He lived like a couple houses behind us or whatever. So we always go over there to play like video games or whatever. So one day, he wanted to play Sega, and I don't think he had a Sega, and I had a Sega, and it was my brother, and we had like all the Sonic games that go with Sega. We had all them jobs. So I was taking it over there to play Sega at his crib. So on my way over there, I had dropped the Sega on the ground, and like the game had fell out of it and like flew across the ground. And then I tried to get it up to his crib, and then it wouldn't play no more. And then I think my brother was pissed at me for like a good 2 weeks maybe, cause that was the game right there. You couldn't have Sega without Sonic.
So basically,
I'm out here in these Florida countries.
Well, basically, you sabotaged the game so they couldn't beat you. That's basically what I got out of that story.
I ain't sabotaging you. I mean, I love, everybody loved to play Sonic.
Yeah.
That was the top game back then.
It's so top that they made a movie out of it this year.
For real. I ain't even go watch that movie. Jim Carrey, I didn't even know he was in the movie.
He be popping up out of nowhere. What's your nationality? Where you from? Your background and all that?
I'm black and Puerto Rican. Yeah, but I was raised up by my black side, so I'm black. But I still rep my Puerto Rican side.
I mean, they black too.
Yeah, for real. I got black coming in from all different directions.
Well, Dread Jefe, yo, it was a pleasure speaking with you today. It's a pleasure working with you, and I mean, you're special. You got some special talents, and I, honest to God, hope the best for you. And Yo, you know I got your back.
Appreciate it.
You know I got
You
your back.
already
Whatever
got
you
your back,
need.
too.
Let's push these records. Let's get you out there. Let's get you paid. Let's get you well known. Let's get you some pussy. I didn't say that, but yo, let me tell you something. Let's get you living on the right path and on like that. And you know, like I said, I got you. Whenever you want to come to the studio, we work. When all this quarantine thing is done, let's go on tour and let's make some noise. Let's make some money.
For sure. Appreciate that. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, my dude. Yo, stay up, man. God bless.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. You too.
Take care. What's up, world? It's your boy DJ47. Thanks for tuning in to our YouTube page. If you like what you see, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to us as we hit you with new videos every week. 1.